In this short video, we'll cover setting up an inbound program. This means creating and configuring at least one ACD queue. Within Finaro, ACD queues are used to manage inbound operation rules. To put this into perspective, inbound calls must route to an ACD queue to allow callers to reach a group of live agents. This is accomplished by pointing our telephone numbers DIDs or TFNs directly to an ACD queue or to an IVR, who then route the calls to specific ACD queues based on the caller's selection within the IVR. To set up an inbound program, we'll need to perform the following 5 tasks. 1. Create an inbound campaign for agents to log into and handle inbound calls. 2. Create at least one ACD queue to manage inbound interaction rules. 3. Allow inbound call interactions for this ACD queue from the campaign created earlier. 4. Point a DID or TFN to terminate calls to our ACD queue. And 5. Purchase a bucket of minutes. At logon, all agents must select a campaign to log into to handle live interactions. So let's create a new inbound campaign for our agents to log into to handle inbound calls. Go to the Finaro Launchpad and hover your mouse over Program Management at the top of the Finaro page and click Campaign. Then click New Campaign. From the General tab, give your campaign a name and a brief description. Select Inbound with Manual Outbound as the campaign type. Select a call recording option using the Call Recording drop-down field. Click Save to create our new inbound campaign. ACD queues are used to manage inbound operation rules. This is where you set up the way the system interacts with your callers and agents. To create a new ACD queue, go to the Finaro Launchpad or hover your mouse over Program Management across the top of the Finaro page and select ACD Queues, then click New ACD Queue. From the Main tab, let's give our ACD queue a name and associate our ACD queue to the campaign we created earlier. Select Phone Queues as our ACD queue type. Select a method of distributing calls to agents. You can optionally set a max queue limit and select an action for all calls over the queue limit. To disable the max queue setting, set the max limit to 0, choose not to play a message, and set the action to hang up. Optionally, we can set a queue hold time limit in seconds and trigger an action for calls holding longer than the queue hold time limit. The following settings are optional. Play a separate hold prompt to your callers after being on hold for a set amount of seconds. Perform an action on the agent desktop upon call receipt. Play a welcome message to callers. Prompt callers with their place in line and estimated hold time. Check the Play a Whisper message when a call is routed to an agent checkbox to play a ding sound when an agent receives a call. Set the first service level to 20 and second service level to 30. These fields are for reporting purposes only. The underlying message or prompt links allow you to record, select, or upload a custom message or prompt. Custom messages can also be created and added to the system using the Prompts and Messages application. Click Save to create our new ACD queue. We'll use the Hours tab to set our inbound hours of operation. There, we'll select our time zone. Set the hours of operation per day or the same hours for all days. Determine an action to take for calls that comes in outside of your hours of operation and click Save. We'll use the Users tab to determine which agents will receive inbound calls to this ACD queue. The Retention Bait tab allows you to optionally set a queue hold time limit, but rather than taking an action once the limit is reached, here we can play a separate message to our callers and give them up to 3 options to select from. Finally, we'll go into the Dispositions tab to create call dispositions for our agents to select from. Now that our ACD queue is fully configured, let's set up our campaign to allow incoming calls for this ACD queue and determine which agents have access to log into our campaign. Let's go back to our campaign and click Edit. Use the Users tab to determine which agents have access to log into the campaign. We can add or remove users by clicking on their usernames. Use the Hours tab to specify your campaign's hours of operation. From the Queues tab, we'll use the Allowed Inbound Queues drop-down to select our ACD queue, allowing call going to the queue to be handled by agents logged into this campaign. If your agents will occasionally make manual outbound calls, use the Dispositions tab to create a list of dispositions for your agents to select from when manual outbound calls are made. If you choose to use pause codes on your General tab, use the Pause Codes tab to create a list of pause codes to display to your agents. Save the changes made to the campaign. At this point, our system is completely configured and ready to handle inbound calls. We simply need to provide our callers with a phone number and direct those calls to our ACD queue. To procure a new phone number to provide to our callers, we'll go into the Billing application from the Finaro Launchpad or hover our mouse over Administration across the top of the Finaro webpage and click Billing. Scroll down to the Toll-Free and Local Numbers section. Select a toll-free or a local DID. Specify your desired area code. Click By Number and process your payment. Upon receipt of your request, the Finaro team will procure the desired phone number and provide it to you via email. Once you have the new telephone number, configure and terminate the calls to the ACD queue. To do so, let's go into the DNIS and ACR application by going back to the Finaro's Launchpad or hover your mouse over Program Management and click on DNIS and ACR, then click New DNIS. From the DNIS page, we'll click the plus symbol to add a new telephone number. Enter the phone number with a 1 prefix, no space or dashes. Enter a friendly description for your telephone number and click check mark to save your DID or TFN. Once the phone number is saved in Finaro, Click the checkbox next to the phone number to edit. On the right-hand side, select ACD Queue as the route method, then select your ACD queue and the campaign associated with the ACD queue. Click Save Changes. Once you've fully configured your program, you need to purchase a bucket of minutes. Let's go to the Finera Launchpad or hover your mouse over Administration across the top of Finera page and click Billing. From there, scroll down to the Buckets of Minutes section, select your desired number of minutes and click Buy Minutes. Once you've processed your payment, you're ready to have agents log in and start receiving calls. Hope this has been helpful to you. For additional assistance, please visit our support site at support.finero.com.